Hi, Paul Avins here, founder of the Business Wealth Club and author of Business SOS and Secrets of the Wealth Accelerators. In this short video, I'm going to just outline to you why I decided to create the Business Wealth Club, what we're about, and what the benefits to you are as a business owner in terms of being part of this amazing business growth community. So if you haven't come across me before, my background is one of basically overcoming adversity, building businesses for good first 10 years of my career, investing in personal development and becoming a specialist in terms of sales and marketing, and successfully building 5 businesses before losing everything by the time I was 30 in the dot-com crash. So learned an awful lot of valuable lessons over that 10 years, and one of the things I learned was that the more that I learnt as an individual and the better I got, and the philosophy I bought into was if I got better, my businesses got better, and that's proved to be probably one of the smartest things I've ever done with my life. So fundamentally believe that personal development improves business performance, and went on to become multi-award winning top business coach within Europe, within a global business coaching franchise, where I became a global trainer, actually training other business coaches from around the world. Obviously gone on to be an author and subsequent international speaker, and have now driven and created the Business Wealth Club to help entrepreneurs and business owners just like you take their business to the next level, and to help you get greater clarity, greater contacts, greater coaching, and greater content to enable you to get more sales success and ultimately profits in your business and your life. Okay, so to me, I've been coaching now for over 8 years. I've I've trained over 1,200 business owners through the Business Wealth Club and its events, and I've personally coached over 157 different entrepreneurs and over 20 multimillionaires. And one other thing I can tell you with absolute clarity is that wherever I go in the world and wherever I speak, there are 3 things that worry business owners today. Number one is, how do I get more customers? I don't think I've ever met a business owner who doesn't want more customers. How do I get more customers? But also, in today's world we live in, how do I keep the ones that I've got? Because business is very much about getting customers and keeping customers. So those 2 key areas of business development: how do I get the customers that I want, and how do I get the customers I've got and keep them and get them to buy more from me, where my competition is trying to do everything to lure them away. So that's a thing, key thing. Next, whether you're in the UK or in the US, as we now have clubs in both countries, both continents. Key question is, how do I make more money? How do I increase my profits? How do I grow my bottom line of my business? Because ultimately I want to get rewarded and secure my own business future and my family future and the wealth of my family. How do I do that? How do I make more money? And everyone, today there's pressures on margins, prices are going up, commodity prices, even things like food, fuel, everything's on the rise. So how do you stay competitive, and how do you maintain that margin when pressure from competition is more aggressive than ever before? And finally, really the question everybody's asking themselves nowadays is, what is going to happen to my market? Because the business cycle and evolution is quicker than ever before. I don't know if you've noticed that, but with the speed of growth, change and decline through technology now is faster than ever before. Industries are literally being born, developed and dying in a 10-year period, or even 5-year period, where they would take 20 or 30 years to do that because of technology. And one thing we know for sure is that technology is speeding that up. So question is, where is your marketplace going? How do you need to change and evaluate your business? And if you had a crystal ball, the honest answer, you would want to have the crystal ball give you the answer to those 3 questions. So those are what we're very aware of that business owners are thinking about most of the time. So what do they want? Well, if those are the things that are worrying them, the 3 things that they tell us that they want is they want to learn new skills. They want to be able to learn new skills to improve themselves and improve their business. They want to have the ability to do this for themselves, and not have to pay consultants to come in and do it for them. Nothing wrong with that, but the reality is that actually most entrepreneurs want to be able to know how to get the results in their business they want, rather than pay someone else to just get them for them. They also want access to fresh ideas, fresh strategies and new innovations. And the reality is that I spend literally tens of thousands of pounds and hundreds of thousands of dollars every year traveling the world, learning from the best in the world, digesting the best information through speakers, seminars and books and CDs, because what worked even a year ago doesn't work anymore. So you've got to stay current with the content that's out there, and you've got to have access to content that is current. Too much content out there in the marketplace, I can tell you for sure, is being taught that is out of date by people who cannot be bothered to update their content. We update ours constantly, key part of what we're about. And thirdly, business owners want more contacts, more relationships. They want to expand their network. They want more relationships and joint ventures and customers, and they want to get wider access to more people. So I don't think I've ever met anybody at one of our clubs who isn't looking to expand their network and their contact base. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're pretty much the same as well. So what that led me to really was to create, to create something that I would want to attend fundamentally. I've been to too many events, both paid for and networking events, where I just came away feeling like I didn't get any value, or I was sold at. And maybe you've been the same. And if you've sat in a room and been pitched at for hours and thinking, well, I gave up a Saturday or a Sunday of my life for this, and I paid to be here, or I paid, I came here for free on the promise of value, and get sold at and told that you need to spend $5,000, $10,000, £2,000, whatever, to get what you need and the secret to success. And fundamentally, I just think that's wrong. I think the world has changed, and we want to get access locally to great information, great training, and great coaching, which is why our vision is to build the world's most dynamic network of business growth clubs for entrepreneurs just like yourself. And as I said, we're already expanding internationally and looking for more partners to do that all the time. Why? Because fundamentally I have a core belief that's backed up by Tom Peters, legendary business author and consultant coach to the really big companies of today, professional agitator, I think he calls himself. But his view is, and I agree with this, that continued learning is the only real source of sustainable competitive advantage in business today. It's the only one. So if that's the case, my question to you is, how much time, energy and effort are you spending on educating yourself, and more importantly, how much are you investing in your education? Because if you're not prepared to invest in your education to grow your business, what chance have you got of being successful? So there's a question right now that you might want to consider. So that led on really to our mission, really, which is to deliver world-class business and personal development training that fast-tracks business owners to success. So we're about delivering world-class, and I take that word very seriously. We really do work hard to make sure that our content is world-class. Hopefully you can see just from these few slides that we invest heavily in making things look really elegant, simple, and beautifully crafted to make it digestible, because we use techniques like accelerated learning so that you can literally get access to great information at lightning speed so that you can go out and apply it that day. And I think that's really key, whether it's CDs, books, DVDs, our online learning academy, whatever the format is that you want to digest the content, that's what we're all about. So, what do we teach? People often say, well, what do we teach? Well, for us, there's 9 strategic and tactical functions that you're going to need to master if you want to be successful in any business, in any industry. And I haven't got time to go into them all in great depth here, but I just wanted to give you a literally 2 or 3 minute overview of what those 9 are. So, number 1 is mindset. Fundamentally, it comes down to your mindset as an entrepreneur. Where is your mind? How can you keep it positive in a world that's so negative? What is your belief system about what's possible? What is your mindset? Where are you trying to take yourself? And get the training to develop your mindset, because ultimately if you're not growing your mental stamina, you're sure as heck going to struggle to create a business that lasts and has any sustainable value. Next, really, there are a number of different functionalities you're going to have to master. Marketing, as we said, getting more customers, keeping more customers, getting your message out there, building a business and a brand. Okay, and that includes things like social media marketing, all the online, offline, all the different types of things you can do. Next, you've got sales. Great if you can generate leads, but if you can't convert them, what's the point? So we teach our members how to be able to sell, convert, and basically bring customers into their business so that they generate revenue from those activities. Next is about operational side of it. One of the things I'm really proud of is the fact that we teach all areas of business. We're not just about sales and marketing. Okay, there are plenty of people out there promising entrepreneurs that, hey, if you just get more customers, it's the answer to everything. Truth is, having been doing this now for over 8 years and generating over £100 million for my clients one-to-one, I can tell you that great if you can generate sales and customers, but if you can't deliver the promise, then you've got huge problems and you haven't got a business. So you've got to have operational stability and scalability if you're going to move it forward. And fundamentally, if you don't collect the money, then you don't make any profit. So you've got to have solid finance understanding and knowledge. In fact, more businesses go bust because of poor finance control, finance management, and finance understanding than a lack of marketing or a lack of customers. So interestingly, entrepreneurs don't necessarily like having to learn finance, but in my experience, as Warren Buffett says, Warren Buffett says the language of business rather is finance. And Keith Cunningham, Tony Robbins' great mentor, says that if you can't understand the language, how can you play the game? So if you don't understand finance, and we have a whole finance module that we teach, which is the one, funny enough, that gets people really great results instantly in terms of understanding profits and where they're really made in a business. But marketing is the thing that everyone thinks they need as well. So got to understand how to collect the money and deal with that, because cash flow is a massive stress for most businesses, and that's because they're not focused on how to do it right. At some point, you're going to need to build a team, whether it's virtual team or outsourcers or actual physical team working in your office. How do you do that? How do you recruit them? How do you train them? How do you develop them? How do you manage them? Key parts to all of that. And then fundamentally, how do you put systems in place to automate your business? So again, we teach all of those elements, which are really critical, but around that there is the key components of what's the vision for the business and what is the strategy. So what is your vision, your strategy for how you're going to get that vision done, and then you can go out and build the tactics around what needs to be implemented. So coming out from mindset first, building all the way out, but starting with the vision, the strategy, and then able to drive forward. So that's what we teach. That's our approach. Very holistic, I think you'll agree. But I thought it was just important to share that with you. So, we do monthly training workshops which cover off different facets of all of these. It's kind of like a real-world MBA, I suppose, if you put it that way. So what are we about, really? Our unique selling point is that we blend those elements together into 3 unique components, and we are the world's #1 business growth community for serious business owners. So why? Because we blend professional networking and joint venture training. So we run the network, we run the meetings, we are professionally trained. All the mentors are trained by me, handpicked and certified. They have to go through a rigorous selection process to actually be allowed to run one of our clubs, including psychometric profiles. We teach people professional networking and how to build joint ventures rather than just get leads, because joint ventures are so much more powerful. We obviously have access to blended training and coaching, so great content, great coaching, and great kind of, if you like, collaborative work with a coach to grow your business. So whether it's online, offline, in our academy, through our training meetings, or our seminars or big events, we offer a full blended training. So whatever works for you, you can get access in the way that works best for you. And finally, positive local support. I think this is such a key part of community building, is the ability to collaborate locally with other similar like-minded business owners like you, who think like you, who want to grow their business, who want to take it to the next level, and they're looking to go forward. So I think for me, there are the 3 key elements that make us very different in the marketplace to just about anyone else out there, and our unique selling point, if you like. So all I want to do is take this time to wish you to go forward and be a success. I hope you come to one of our meetings, attend as a guest, come be our guest, let us come and spend some time in our community, see why we're different, and find out exactly what are the results that you could get. As we like to say, you get paid on what you get done. It's all about implementation. So if you'd like to implement more, we'd love to see you. Simply pop online and grab one of our free trials, come to one of our clubs for a month and check us out. See if we're a good fit. Okay, so for more free training, visit thebusinesswealthclub.com or thebusinesswealthclub.co.uk as well for free training and other videos like this. Hope you've enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you at one of our meetings soon, and getting to hear your story of success, and look forward to reading about you perhaps in one of our newsletters. This is Paul Avins, founder of the Business Wealth Club, saying see you at one of our meetings soon. Bye for now.